Alright, time for a Mundo game. I will be playing against a Viego here, which is actually quite a bad matchup for me because of his max HP built-in damage, and if he goes Blood of the Rune King as well, I will be dying relatively fast, so that is definitely not the best. And yeah, gonna have to be a little worried about that one. Apart from that, Mundo is a very, and I mean very good champion to climb with. This champ gives like basically free wins. Your mid to late game is ridiculously strong. Your early game as well, if you're going lethal tempo, is ridiculously strong. So you're just strong across the board. Yeah, the only thing you're having some issues with, until you get like more resistances at least, would be max HP damage. And Viego is the second worst one on that front. Because Master Yi is a bit worse. But yeah. So that is something you should consider. Ban Master Yi. Do that anyway. Or ban Viego if Master Yi is banned. And you have the biggest issues out of the way. Now starting out here, you start with Cleaver. Your Cleaver does a significant amount of damage to your camps, as you can see. And you just want to make sure you use this to your advantage. Do not smite a camp early. You want to get your Cleavers as high as, like, to hit as high as HP, like, the highest HP possible. So that's what I'm doing here, as you can see. I'm making sure that every single Cleaver hits at the highest HP possible. And then use my stuff after that, so I'll get the biggest amount of clear speed out of it. Now for this, try to always hit your Cleavers on the big one in the camp, and then use your E on one of the small ones, so the small ones fly through the camp automatically. Otherwise it is on kill shot instead. And then right here we are just making sure the kill shot lands, and then we can clean that up like this. Okay. You throw your Cleaver at the big one in this camp, activate your W, E one of them through the camp, and then right here you should be good. I missed one of them there, sadly though, but auto attack him down, auto attack the one I missed there too, and then E the camp out, as you can see. By dragging it towards the red buff, and you can get it like that. So the next E will essentially finish off that camp. There you go. Getting a bit low on HP, but that really doesn't matter too much. Just make sure you kind of drag this camp out a little bit. And then you can decide to smite the big one here if you want to. You don't have to, but you can. Okay, missing that one could have cost me my life though. I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit of a whoopsie. Finish this off, pop the potion, get healthy again, and we can go for the bot lane gank here, maybe. Okay, this is actually instantly warded. I don't get the gank here, I don't think. Okay, they are walking forward though, so I might have a chance. Too low on HP. My Jinx has no health. My Nami wasn't in a position, so I'm not going to go for it. We just go for the Scuttle spawn, and we might be able to turn that around on them afterwards. Because now they have to respect me being in this vicinity, right? So, yeah, should be fine. That should not work for a gank, hopefully. I do think that there is no bot lane gank available to me right now, because they are just playing extremely safe, which frees up some space for my bot lane, so the gank, regardless of the fact is good. That I don't get a kill out of it is completely fine. Actually, I need to take this pickaxe. Perfect. And then, yeah, my bot lane now has completely free space for a bit of CSing. Now, obviously, Jinx is going to die to this, sadly. I did mention, I don't know if I mentioned this. This is a low elo game, so you are aware. Showing you how to climb with that in that sense. Walking through mid. He is wasting a lot of time. I'm going to get a nice respawn on my camps here. And I could also go top because of the Rengar positioning himself very far forward here. So that's what I'm going to look to do right now. Instead of instantly starting this camp, because Rengar's positioning is good for me to gank, I'm going to go for it. The Rengar just flashed, which should mean I get the kill on him. He walked out of it, so this should be a death on his side, hopefully. I have Ghost active. I have Approach Velocity, so there's nowhere for him to go. And I just auto attack him down with little tempo. This is fine. Not going to try to take too much here. He should be teleporting back. In fact, yeah, there it is. The fact that he delayed that teleport even slightly is already going to cost him a lot, I think. But, yeah. It's fine. I got the kill on the Rengar. Now that's done, I can just clear once again. And we keep our, like, consistency this way. So we keep getting our camps as much as we can. Because, like, the early game stage is, like, they're kind of a little bit tricky, I suppose. You are very strong. You're very hard to 1v1 by most champions. But Viego does have a very good chance against me, so there is that. But yeah, once you get to like 2-ish items, that's when you really start to become something, you know? That is something to definitely think about on Mundo. If your early game is slightly worse, or like not much is going on, it's completely fine. You'll get there, basically. Drag out the camp a bit here again, as you can see. Make sure they line up for a nice E. And then after this camp, I should be hitting level 6 to hopefully go for this bot lane gank, which is kind of what I'm looking at right now. I thought it's slightly slower than I figured. Instantly clear that with some AoE damage, and then we go bot lane here. My ult is up, and there is a controller in this bush, so I should be able to get in a great position here. I really hope she doesn't miss her bubble or anything of that nature. Very nice bubble, mate. Very, very lovely stuff. Very good CC lock for my team there too. Well done by them, for sure. Okay, Yasuo just died. I do not see an assist on Viego, so I probably cannot... oh, he is top lane, so we're good. I'm gonna pick this up actually for a bit of extra HP. I am level 6. I see Viego top, so there's no real risk here. Ooh, he got the Rengar. Very well done, Zed. Lovely stuff. Getting Rengar there is huge. We see Viego top lane. He's probably gonna take my blue, especially after I clear this dragon. I don't have to smite this dragon because there is no threat of anyone taking it from me. So I'm actually gonna hold my smite because I kind of know here Viego is most likely going for my topside camps, right? And I can trade his bot side camps, hopefully, for some of my topside camps in this scenario. So I'm gonna walk into his bot side here with a sweeping trinket, of course, so I don't get spotted, and I can take the trade. Because whatever he takes from me, I can take back, basically. I do want to keep in mind that the Rift Herald spawns in 45 seconds right now, so that's something I am looking at as well. I'm gonna hold my smite until the last possible moment, so I'm not gonna instantly use it on like blue here, for example. I can use it on like Gromp instead. I don't really want to do wolves here because of the Rift Herald respawn timer, though. Because if I do wolves here, it's gonna take me too long to get to the Rift Herald on spawn, and that's something I do want to play for. So we hold our smite until the last moment in the camp that would be the most contested, and then we just walk up towards the Rift Herald instead. Good. Pick up all of this. Very nice. And then we just walk out of base. See if he took any of my topside camps. We traded. Otherwise blues. Maybe even if he took Gromp as well, he could have had that too. But now I will be topside for this Rift Herald play, which is what I'm looking at. Oh, also another thing to mention, by the way. About 60% of the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do enjoy my content, consider subscribing. It would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, Rengar is going very aggressive here, so we're just going to walk up. He jumps out, we go. We move. He's going to ult, that's fine. He's going to go down this way. That's a free kill on Rengar. He went for this. That's not a good choice. He's going in 2v1. He never kills us in time, basically, so we're not worried. Lethal tempo kicks in, I just kill him. Right, now we just shove in this wave. I went for the gank first because the Rengar had like the complete pressure up to this point. So if I go for the gank first, I relieve all the pressure from Zed and I get an advantage out of top side. Otherwise, the Rengar has potential to rotate first for the Rift Herald, and that's not something I want. Because if I'm going to get contested on the Rift Herald, I want the Rengar not to be a factor for it. And my Zed would have the priority instead, right? That's what I'm looking for here, and that's why I decided to go gank first instead of doing Rift Herald instantly. If the wave was more neutral position or my laner would have pushed in, I would have just instantly done Herald instead. That wasn't the situation here, so because of that, I am going to go kill him on top lane first, or at least force him out of the lane, and then I can take this for free. There's no way she kills me. I man, I have to do this, otherwise Akali gets out, and that's not something I want. Might still get out. Yeah. The plant had to be hit there. Unfortunately, I did knock my Zed back out of it, but I didn't have much of a choice because otherwise the Akali is going to get the plant jump and it would be bad. If it wasn't for like specifically her being Akali, I would have killed him easily because the Shroud prevents me from actually auto-attacking him, which is very, very favorable for the Akali. So yeah, it is unfortunate, but it's still fine. She'll never kill me as long as I ult in time and don't wait for her ult to actually get me on low enough HP. I will be completely fine. Now here, instead of anything else, every single one of my camps is up, so I want to make sure I clear this. I have a dragon spawning in about like 2 minutes-ish, so that's something I'm going to keep in mind as well. And then for this time, we have some downtime. My ult's down as well, so I don't really want to look too aggressive for fights. But this should be a good opportunity for me to just get some of this CS, right? Maybe even a bot lane gank would be nice. I'll be getting a recall that will be quite strong as well. Relatively soon. There we go. And then this should hit me level 9 with a potential of a bot lane gank. There is a control in the try, so I should really be able to do this. My ult's not going to be up for this, but I don't think it's going to matter. That's a risky move there, buddy. You can't run from me, basically, because my passive prevents him from snaring me, basically. So he's pretty much doomed instantly. Alright, Jinx gets that, which is fine. Yeah, that's a good thing about Mundo, right? Like, if you are walking into any kind of CC, you don't have to worry about it. It's not going to do anything. Got this. I will take the steel caps as well. And then we're going to go for the nice Sunfire next. Jinx over-aggressed in that situation. I should have back-pinged them faster, to be fair. Because it was very obvious that Akali and Viego were going to be there. But she went for the turret anyway. And I didn't back-ping, so... Slightly my own fault there, but she died. Obviously not really, but technically yes. I'm probably losing Dragon here anyway, so I could just push top lane turret with Rift Herald. So yeah, the disadvantage on bot lane is too big right now. I'm just gonna push top turret in here instead. Just hit the turret, mate, please. This Yasuo is like trolling, not hitting turret right now. I'll finish it off myself then. We could have just focused on turret there, and then Rengar couldn't do anything afterwards. But like he had to just run at that point. I did hit the cleaver, which might help me here. Get approach velocity towards him. Viego is still bot, I know this, so I'm not worried about like getting killed by Rengar or anything here. Not even worried about getting killed by Akali either. I just kill him with lethal tempo. And then you fight me, sure, whatever you're gonna do, you know? Oh, that's a misfortune. Still finish him off, still get the walk out of the play. We're happy. Hit him with the cleaver. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I mean. Like, you don't really have to be too worried about Mundo. The big thing you have to remember if you're running lethal tempo is you have to keep auto-attacking. Auto-attacks are extremely valuable. If you stop auto-attacking, you're going to lose. That was a really good situation for me. I even got ignited and everything, and just a good ult timing and all that ended up giving me the kills. Approach velocity kicking in to give me additional movement speed as well. So I got the entire top turret as a trade for Dragon, for something that I couldn't really get anyway, because the Dragon wasn't going to be a realistic play there, due to the disadvantage I was going to have on bot side, with my bot lane recently dying. So instead I put pressure on the other side of the map and got the entire top turret. And yeah, that play would have been much cleaner if the Yasuo would have just auto-attacked the turret with me, because then the turret died faster and Rengar would have died faster. But it's all good. Not a problem. Rift Herald's going to spawn on the 130, so that's something I'm looking at right now. I might be able to go for like a bot lane play here. Ideally, getting this double kill should be pretty easy. I also now have my jungle smite finished. For Misfortune. I'm just going to go for Misfortune here. One. It should be very, very free kills for me. I'm going to go over this way. He's gonna have to walk in some direction here. Could be a good angle for this. I don't have ult yet. I don't know if she kills me. She shouldn't. I don't think. But I have to be. She actually end up killing me, man. Where is the heal? I played towards you for the heal. Oh, okay. Really? That sucks. All right, fair enough. I was waiting for the heal, man. Like. Yeah, I should have just ran completely, I guess, hindsight, but that's out of my control, because if she simply heals me there, like at any point, really, I would never have died to Akali at that stage. It just wouldn't have happened, so that does suck, but there's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. That's just a assumption that I made towards my teammate, which is something that didn't happen because she didn't click heal. 10 seconds on the Rift Herald, so we're going to go out of base towards the Rift Herald right now. I did give a massive shutdown to Akali. That stinks. Oh, that one kind of hurts. I'm not gonna lie. Give 1,000 gold to her. I'll be fine eventually. Not the biggest heal in the world. Same thing here. I'm going to go Rengar first instead of going instantly Rift Herald because this relieves me some pressure from Rengar, basically. Die to that one, really. I don't really care about you, buddy. I'm just going to run you down. Put my ult here as well. Hit the cleaver, walk him down, keep walking him down. Akali is still mid, so that's the only person I'm really worried about. Hit my cleaver, get the ghost still, right? Ghost is a very long duration. We just hit him down with lethal tempo hits and they're gone. It's just a nice 1v3 basically. And this is this build, right? Like you lethal tempo with like Titanic Hydra, you're just destroying them. Click your ult at like a halfway decent time. Don't click it too late, but like half HP at least is kind of what you're looking at. And you're just going to heal everything back. Do a lot of damage and they can't do anything against you. You're also very hard to be CC'd as well. So yeah, as you can see, pretty easy, pretty nice. Just walking at him. And now everything is up on my camps. We have 1 minute on dragon, so we are gonna look to play for the dragon. Now the way I'm gonna do it in this situation is because I have enough gold for my item, I'm gonna clear this and then I'm gonna reset. Then I'll clear my bolt set camps after the reset and then I'll be ready for dragon. But if I didn't have the money for my item right here, I would instead clear until I had money for my item and then go for the dragon, basically. Same kind of outcome, but yeah, you're playing for your item. So instead of clearing my camps right now, I'm actually going to walk up the mid because my team is like completely flipping it at the moment. So I want to be like within the vicinity at least to somewhat help out with some pressure. I don't really want to fight because my ult's still on cooldown for another 30 seconds. So ideally my team doesn't fight here. I'm just going to chill for a little bit, wait for my ult cooldown, try to hit level 13, and then go for the dragon when it spawns. Or close to when it spawns, at least. And this way, I should be pretty well off. So getting the extra level up here is quite valuable. Every single level up is extra stats. We eat this one through the camp again, and then we go for dragon here. Try to go for dragon here, perhaps. I can't really go push the bot wave, because I'm too scared of my team running it in. Which is something I don't really want to deal with too well. Shouldn't be an issue. That's 1. That's 2. It's fine. I'm going to plop a herald down here as well. Starts pushing the mid turret. I'm going to walk at the misfortune. I can smite her. There's some extra movement speed there. Don't have to worry about it there that much. Very good. You can pretty much take any fight you want. As you saw. Like, you don't have to worry. As long as you click your ult in time, you don't have to worry about anything. Like, they couldn't kill me. They had me on, like, nearly full HP the entire time they were hitting me with 3 people, right? And now, instead of going for the push here, I'm actually gonna go for the dragon. My team is pushing with Herald, which is fine. But for me, the priority lies towards this objective. If I can take a dragon, I will always take a dragon over going for a push with my team. Especially after we get a couple kills, right? Because the dragon just takes priority in that situation. So we will take this. Very good. Now my team is recalling in very bad places right now. So they're probably going to die. And I want to try to help them out a little bit. I don't have ult, so I do have to be careful. But putting a slight amount of pressure there from the side should allow my team to walk out. But they still seem to be taking the fight. And my team just poorly decided to stick around for no reason. Instead of just walking back to their turret. So that's unfortunate, but it's going to happen. So I'm basically putting instantly pressure on this bot turret instead of going like anything else. Because I can get the turret for free. This turret's 600 gold. I'll get this no matter what. My ult will be back up. And then I should, in theory, be able to 1v4 them if they try to fight me. Like this guy, for example, he cannot fight me. Just get my lethal tempo stacks. There he goes. Perfect. They walked in by himself. So that's really good for me. You don't have... Like, I don't want you to be afraid on this champion whatsoever. Like, ever. Don't be afraid. You just do what you want. Mundo goes where he pleases, as he says himself, basically. So that's what you're looking at. What you're trying to do as much as you can, at least. Right, so we got the turret, got 600 gold off that. We'll take the reset here. We're going to need to get some magic resist now, because otherwise we'd be dealing with a painful situation against Akali still. And the best magic resist item for Mundo is, of course, the Spirit Visage for the increase in healing. And then the last item in this build is going to be a Thorn Mill to, well, reduce their healing, plus give you a reflect damage as well. So the reflect damage while they hit you, try to kill you, they're gonna damage themselves too, which is a really good situation for you, obviously. Oh, everything here is down. Very spicy. We're gonna play very aggressive now because we are Mundo. We want to play forward. We want to try to pick fights with them as much as possible. He's there, so I'm just gonna smite it. Hit the cleaver. I'm just gonna run him down. He's under his turret. There's nothing he can do. Open ults. Walk him down. Don't care about the turret. Don't really care about this turret either, to be fair. Let's go over here, Akali. Come fight me. Oh, you have flashed as well? Okay, thank you. Alright, Ultim goes down for an Akali flash. I'll take it. Plus a free pressure on this turret. So we can take all of that and happily go to the bank with it. There we go. And we could just Baron in this situation, probably. And my ult's currently on cooldown, so I do have to be a little bit respectful here. Yeah, we're just gonna Baron. It's all good. If you're in doubt, do the objective. Essentially. When in doubt, clear objective. Yes, yes. So we're gonna move over here. Hit the Baron. Bard just disappeared. They're not gonna get here in time. Whoever tanks Baron does 50% less damage to Baron. But in this case, like, my team does a lot of damage to Baron, so I don't have to worry about it. I can just tank it, no problem. And we smite it, and we're good. I'll go take my reset here as well. My entire team is backing, so I want to try to sync up my back as much as possible. I wasn't gonna get the Thorn Mill in, like, any relative, like, close time. So if I would do, like, Gromp, for example, and get my Thorn Mill, I would do that. But I wasn't near enough to the goal to do that, so I wasn't gonna go for it. I would just sync up my back timer. Get the red buff here. And then we can be on the map with the team once again. Try to hit level 16 is kind of what I'm looking here at well before I take any type of fight, because of the extra level in my ult. Will be very, very strong, so I'm looking at anything to hit me level 16 at the moment. Like this Scuttle, for example. And after this, we are just gonna run at them. And that's what all you have to do, really. Just run at them. There is a Rengar. This is gonna be a free play for me. Alright, fights to go. Good day, Misfortune. Yep. By all means, turn around, please. Go for it. Nope. Okay. Let's clear the wave, get it under the turret, and we're just gonna walk at them once again. Once it's under the turret. Be patient. Don't go too aggressive. Wait for the wave first, so you can just walk in a little bit freer. And there is Misfortune's dead. That's one. Then we ult. That'll be 2. That'll be 3. And this guy should die too. I'll tank the turret. I don't really care. Good. Just walk at them. All you have to do. As you can see. I'll fight this guy over here as well. Tank the base nexus, because it doesn't matter. It's your Mundo. And you're good. Last item, Thorn Mill. And that would be that. So, yeah. 3k damage on this. 1.6k on that. Good bit of healing from Radiant as well. And a good bit of bonus healing from Spirit Visage. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here, I ended up doing 30k damage, which is more than double the rest of my team. Very, very good there. Viego had a hard time on this one for sure. A true damage at 1000, which is smite damage. Objective damage at 52.5k. Trying to be on top of this as much as possible is very important. So the more you can do this, the better it's going to be. You can obviously give maybe a dragon or two, it's fine, but don't give too many of those. Definitely prioritize first Herald though if you can. But healing done at 33.8k. Hefty amount. Damage taken at 42.2k as well. Very hefty amount. Self-mitigated another 38.7. So it took the majority of the damage, right? But I also did the majority of the damage because you're basically an unkillable god at some point. You get to like 2-3 items, you just run at them and they die. There's nothing they can do because they won't be able to fight you. Gold earned at 16.6. For the runes, lethal tempo, decent uptime. We have Triumph for 3,400 HP restored. This is actually like quite nice with Mundo combination, because if you get low, you start getting kills, you get HP regenerated based on missing HP, and Mundo has a lot of it HP wise, so it should regenerate quite a bit. You can also take overheal on Mundo, by the way, especially in situations where you're starting to like use your ult maybe a little earlier. Potentially you could do it, because then the overheal is going to benefit you in that sense. So it wouldn't be bad. Overheal can easily heal you for like, or easily shield you for like 7 to 10k damage as well, very easily. So that would be an option too. We have alacrity for attack speed, because you don't have to worry about the tenacity as much due to Mundo passive. As long as you're like relatively smart about it, you should never really have an issue with that. You can always get mercs as well still if you want to, but in that situation I'd probably get the tenacity if I'm going to plan on going mercs, because you have Mundo passive and steel caps are generally better survivability wise. A last stand for 500 extra damage. I take this because I'd rather have more damage when I am low HP in closer fights than have more damage with coup de grace when I'm overkilling them anyway and I'm nearly full HP and I don't have to care about anything, right? So for like especially early game fights, last stands holds a lot of value, because this gives you a fight advantage in that situation by just a bit more extra damage, but every single damage matters in the early game stages, so this is very relevant in that sense. We have magical footwear and approach velocity for the movement speed free. Don't have to buy boots, can just rush your Titanic. And then the approach velocity syncs up with nice Q hits, so you can just hit the Q and walk at them for free as well. And that's going to give you the ability to stick to them in melee range or get to them to get in melee range to auto attack them with lethal tempo. But yeah, that's it for Mundo. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button below, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another one. Bye.